We are good to go for Wil Crowe.
Will, Derek said he felt like you kind of found your footing the last couple of innings. How would you describe your outing?
Felt like early I was, just trying to get into the swing of things, back into some games. Just like you said, kind of get my feet going and staying within myself and not trying to do too much and just getting guys out.
Well, you talked about getting into games again. A year and a half without a minor league season. How important is it for you to have these kinds of longer outings just to see how hitters read your pitches and react the second time, maybe even third time through?
Yeah, it's a big deal. Being able to go out there and, see how my stuff's playing, like you said, second, third time through the order. It's not easy to get guys out in the big leagues and to be able to, go out there after, really not having a full game or more than, 3 innings since spring. It's a good thing that I was able to go out there and handle my own and get back into the swing of things. And I thought I did pretty well today and gave our team a chance to win, and that's what we did.
A pretty good reaction play to snag that liner by Krylov, start that double play. How important was that for you just to kind of catch your breath a little bit at that point and you really shut them down after that?
Yeah, it was a big momentum swing for me. I wanted to throw a strike there. I didn't want to make a bad pitch or give him a free one. So when I let it go, I knew it wasn't the best pitch I'd thrown all day. So I was kind of ready. I knew he was either going to pull it to the shift or he's going to hit it right back up the middle. So I was kind of anticipating and just glad it didn't hit me.
Was that play as easy as you made it look?
No. Like I said, when he hit it, I saw it coming, and if it was coming at me, I probably would have jumped out of the way. But I knew it wasn't going to hit me, so I just tried to use some type of reaction, I guess. Probably all the video games I play gave me my hand a little swing and momentum.
Well, how were your nerves before this game? I know you've started, but with the new team, and did the offensive output in the first inning, did that help at all?
Yeah, I mean, that getting early runs is a huge deal. Gives you a little bit of like you can relax a little bit and just go to work and not have to put so much pressure on yourself. That was huge for me. And then come out there and, they got one in the first and limited them to that. And, going from there and just battling my butt off. And I wouldn't say I had my best stuff today. And I wouldn't say it was anywhere close, but I did enough to keep them off balance, get some ground balls, get some weak contact, and get to the bullpen in a good position so where we could win the series.
Do you have any family make this trip?
Yeah, my wife, my mom, and my dad came. So, my wife came from Charleston, South Carolina, which is where we live. My mom came from Charlotte, and my dad came from Knoxville, Tennessee.
I'd like to have your family there to see you make your Pirates starting debut. Yeah,
it was awesome. That's the first time, in the big leagues that my family could watch in person. So my debut, my wife got to watch from a rooftop bar, half a mile away. She could see us, like it said we looked like little ants on the field. But first time, like they got to be in the stadium, it was awesome. I got to go see them after the game, and it was good to have some family in the stands and be able to have that time with them.
Well, it looked like you threw your changeup and slider, maybe even a little more than the fastball today. How much of that was just, a feel thing going through the start, and how much of it was, okay, this is how I actually wanted to attack these hitters going in?
Yeah, I didn't throw the fastball as much because I didn't control the inside of lefties, outside of righties as much as I wanted to. My four seam over there just wasn't, it was cutting a little bit here. It just wasn't staying true like it usually is, and I knew that. And after the first, you make adjustments, and the changeup and the slider were something that, like I said, was getting soft contact. And we worked through it, and by the fourth, I threw a four seam, I think, or in the third to Buxton, and I felt it. I knew, I was like, all right, that's it. That's where you want it. It was even a ball, and but I knew it was true, and it did what I wanted it to. And from there on out, it was just kind of how our game plan was and how we wanted to go about things and get guys out. And two-seam away, really big pitch for me today, or sinker. I was able to throw it behind in counts, get soft contact with some of the lefties when they were, looking soft, because we weren't doing that a lot.
Well, I know there's not a lot of snow in Columbia, South Carolina. I was curious what you were thinking when that snow came down, not knowing if it was going to end or not.
So I'm from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, or I went to high school there in the mountains. And I've had many of catch days, many of bullpens, many of games in high school where I was used to it. So, it was surprising. And I think one of the pitches was a changeup, and I was squinting, and I threw it, and 2 snowflakes each eyeball. And I was like, oh no. So I was like freaking out a little bit there, but then it kind of calmed down. It was all good. But it had me for that one pitch. I was like, I wouldn't even throw my eyes open if I wanted.
Well, I hope your family brought coats. What would you say? And I know you haven't been up here for all of it, for most of it, but what would you say about the way this team is playing right now?
Just think it's a bunch of guys who are having a lot of fun. The locker room, the atmosphere, everything about us is just, the vibes are incredible. And from the top to the bottom, we have a bunch of dudes that are really good baseball players, and we got a really good team. And as long as people keep sleeping on us, we're going to keep surprising everybody, I guess. So we're going to ride this wave. We're going to keep playing baseball like we know how to, and keep winning games.